Hello everyone. So in this session we are going to see the introduction to Adobe Photoshop. So first of all, let's understand what is the Photoshop. So Photoshop is Photoshop is a editing software which is used for graphical work. Like with the help of Photoshop we can make pictures, we can make banners, we can make posters and many more. So Photoshop is basically used to create, edit and manipulate several graphics as well as digital artworks. And all of that, Photoshop is also a product of Adobe systems, and it provides support for the Windows as well as for the Mac operating systems. With the help of Photoshop we can create images like this. This is the picture before and this is the picture after using the Photoshop. So with the help of Photoshop we can create pictures like in the format of JPG, PNG and many more. And in the default format for the Photoshop files is PSD. PSD stands for Photoshop document. Next, these are some features of Photoshop. So you can say Photoshop has become the leading photo editing software from a small editing tool. The beauty of the Photoshop tool is its unmatched features. It provides a lot of features. It offers several editing features which are Photoshop exclusive features, and some of these features are here. I will explain these features one by one. So first of all, we have a layers features. What are layers? Layers in this Photoshop part. So layers are one of the best features of Photoshop. Layers allow you to work like a separate piece of paper that you can edit independently and later add to your work. So you can say the main advantage of using layers is we can edit a specific component of our image or work without affecting the other components. Photoshop provides an easy to manage layer palette. So in Photoshop we have a layer palette with many features like how to manage them, like such as the transparency, opacity, blending modes, locks, etc. Various features are there with this layer part. Next we have selection tools. What are these? See, in Photoshop selection tools are very handy to use, that designers are addictive to work with. So these selection tools are like some examples are Marquee tool, Magic Wand tool, Lasso tools and many more. So we will discuss these all features in detail. Next we have pen tool. What is it? So pen tool is a very dominating tool of Photoshop. So nowadays we cannot assume Photoshop without a pen tool. Before the pen tool, the software was nothing but just a editing tool. But after adding the pen tool, the software of Photoshop become advanced. So next one is the shapes. As the name suggests, we can draw different types of shapes in Photoshop. So Photoshop shape layer feature, it allows us to keep the original quality of the object while manipulating it. Next we have slice tool. What is it? See, it is also a fascinating tool of Photoshop. It is useful for web designers. We can easily slice any images into different sections to provide an image a web look. Next we have retouching tools. See, as the name suggests, Photoshop provides several retouching tools to provide a new look to the image. Like if you want to make an image with a new look, then you have to use retouching tools. And this part we have different types of tools like stamp tool, pattern tool. So we will discuss in further sessions. Next we have smart objects. So smart objects are also very useful feature of Photoshop. They are a kind of layer that holds image data. The key advantage of using smart object is that we can freely perform the non-destructive transform. Next one is we have Adobe Creative Cloud. So it provides cloud storage to save your work to the cloud straight from your Photoshop. You can easily access your images from any device using the Creative Cloud. And next and the last one is the CSS from layers. So it is another features which allows us to generate the CSS code for the specific design elements. Like for example, if we have drawn a rounded corner rectangle on a layer, and if we want the CSS code for this rectangle, so what we have to do, by just clicking some options or by just making right click on it, we can convert the code, or we can get the code for CSS. So these are some various features of Photoshop. We will discuss these tools in detail in next sessions. Thank you.